Hi guys, today we're going to be replacing the front coil spring on this Renault Megane. As you can see, is well and truly snapped. It actually went through the customer's tyre. So let's crack on with that. First thing I'm going to do is lubricate all these nuts and bolts and leave them soak for a little bit. Now that they've soaked, I'm going to attack this 18mm pinch bolt back here. So as you can see, it's going to get stubborn. Through the process now, what I do is I back it off, clean out then put it back in, and then clean out the threads, and back it off and put it back in and clean out the threads. I do that a couple of times just to make sure it comes out nicely rather than snapping the bolt. So just give it a squirt, do it back up, squirt on the other side to clean out all the crap off the threads, loosen it back off. You can do this by hand, with like a breaker bar or a ratchet or whatever. Come back out until it's tight again, put it back in, spray it off again, come back out, always straight out. It's better to take a little bit of time rather than snapping it. So we're going to move up onto the top here. This is the drop link. Going to put our 15mm spanner in place and then use a 5mm Allen key to rotate the nut off. This is very much going to be the same sort of process where you're backing it off and then tightening it back up, backing it off and then tightening it back up until you clean out all the rubbish out the threads. Because these are suspension areas, what they do is they attract a lot of road grime and dirt and dust off the road, so they tend to seize up and come up. They get a lot of rubbish in the threads. So you just got to take your time with them or else you'll end up stripping them or damaging them. Just give it a bit of a spray. Clean the threads out a little bit more with a wire brush. Just take your time. This is an older vehicle and the chances are yours is as well. Especially if it's this age obviously. So just take your time with it. There's no need to rush. Just repeat that process until you can spin it off by hand. I'm going to leverage down on it, see if I can do it with my hand because the spring is pretty bad. Now I'm going to get a pry bar in there and just leave it down on the anti-roll bar at the bottom. Lift the shock back up a little bit. Should just pop out. There we are. What I like to do as well is put the nut back on the end, so that way I know what nut and what bolt goes where. Now we're going to come up the top and undo these three 13mm bolts that hold the top mount onto place. So what I'm going to do is slacken all three of them off. So you've got one here, one on the side and one at the back. I'm going to slacken them all off, but I'm going to leave one finger tight. And it's probably going to be this front one, the one that's easiest to get to. And the reason I'm going to do that is for when I come back outside now. So when I go in, I can stick my hand underneath and hold the shock and slacken off that bolt so the shock doesn't fall onto anything. And then I can remove the shock. Now you're going to need to compress that spring and chuck the new one on and just reassemble in reverse order. Make sure everything is tightened up on the floor as well.